So you can see that I'm about 4 hours into my firing. I've got a good reduction going. The temperature is climbing very slowly. I'm at 2105 right now. I just checked the cones, make sure I can still see them, which is difficult sometimes. But, you know, it's actually firing pretty well, right according to schedule. So I don't have any issues right now. Sometimes watching the flame is real dramatic, kind of fun to watch. About an inch and a half, 2-inch opening. I am at 1 bar on the gas, primary gas, and then the propane tank is at 2 psi, and I have 2 propane tanks, 100 pounds each, both open to keep from freezing. Yeah, so we'll see how this works. I'll show you when I open the kiln in several hours. Bye. Yeah, we're, 23:30. It was just 23:50 just a few minutes ago. I did a little heavier reduction than I probably should have because I wanted to see the cone and I opened it up, and so I'm just kind of getting it adjusted back down. It's tough to see the cone, so I saw that 9 was down all the way. 10 is probably coming down, so I'll give it a few more minutes and shut it down, but that's it. That's the end of it. Thanks. Alright, here's the opening of that kiln. So I cheated, I opened the door. I haven't looked at anything lower than the top shelf, but I am so far pretty happy with the results. Looks like I got a great reduction. Look at that deep red there. How red that is. Man. Little rice or soup bowl, very thin. One problem is I noticed that this bowl, which turned out really beautiful, turned out really beautiful, something fell in it during the firing, and there's a big nick right there. So I don't know if I'm going to try to grind that away and re-glaze it, or just call it a second. Still usable, it's just a little pain because it's did fire all the way to cone 10. So I have a few places for witness cones, and you can see right back here, this is 9, 10, and 11. So definitely achieve cone 10 up here on the top shelf. And that was a concern. You can't quite see. Maybe I'll lift this up to see. So in the back of the kiln, which is over there, I had been getting some oxidation and some lower temperatures, and in the front I was getting a good reduction. So I kind of tested my theory that the back can get contaminated with oxygen. So with that we can do a comparison. So this is what fired out of the back, and this is what fired out of the front. So there is definitely a difference. And this did kind of go pale yellow, the Celadon, so I think that I am still getting a little oxidation in the back of there, and then there's that one. So that theory seems to be playing out true. However, look at this beautiful Shino bottle that came out. Boy, I have my camera in a little close. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. So this Shino bottle here, real pretty, and it looks like it had a nice even reduction all around. I couldn't be happier with that. So, and then I made this little soap pumper to make it look like an old kind of can, and then did some bamboo around it with a white glaze over a recycled stoneware. Here was a test cone of a junk glaze, just to see. Oh, actually no, this isn't my junk glaze. This is my, this is my test on my Celadon porcelain and stoneware. So that's really great. That turned out pretty nice. Here's my test glaze of my new Rutil on stoneware and porcelain. Both of those turned out very nice. They ran like the perfect amount. Oh, I didn't realize I touched the tip in that, and it didn't run. So this is going to be a nice Rutil for sure. Start putting that on the inside of bowls. But man, I just can't get over how nice that red turned out. And look, the back corner of it oxidized just slightly with a little blush. So yeah, I think the back of the top is oxidized. So let me get this out and then we'll check the second level down. Alright, so let's get this second level out. See what we got here. Look at that Temuku there. You probably can't quite see it, but it's black with some bronzy. That turned out pretty nice. That's just some wax and alumina. Look at that. Looks like I got a couple of good bowls down here too. Yeah, look at that. Boy, that red is nicer than I thought it would be. Oh, this one I dipped in my blue. Oh, look at that big booger on there. Man, there's definitely some contamination in my kiln, because what's happening, and it's happened a couple of times, I vacuum it out and everything, but look at, something fell on the glaze right there. Probably something up from the burner. It's right there. That's the easiest way to make a second. That's kind of a bummer. A little, oh, looks like it's got a couple of dots of blue. I don't know from what, manganese or cobalt or something. But it's the white with the Temuku. Little small mixing bowl. This one is, oh, this is my earliest attempt at a Temuku, where it just didn't work out, and I had one already glazed, and so I just left it and glazed it. So that turned out. I got another one of these little jars, worked out nice, and then a little little round jug, just for, keep putting it up too high, just for fun. So oh, and then here's my cones. Oh my goodness! So this was the cone pack. So my problem is I can't quite see the cones very well, so I end up sometimes I end up with a little overfiring. So this is, you can see my witness cones that I was trying to keep track of, but I couldn't see it after it got pretty high. And so you see cone 11 is all the way down, and this is up on the top in the back where I suspect that it's cooler, and you can tell it is definitely cooler. So something I need to figure out, although it didn't seem to hurt my firing at all. So let me turn this off and try the next layer. Alright, I wish I could get my camera in here a little bit closer. So this is the bottom shelf, and I think more good results. Let me pick up this cup. This is a cup of a blue glaze that I developed on my own, which took me a few firings to get right, but now it's nice and shiny, translucent, depending on the where it fires. Oh, that looks like, oh, look at that, it dripped. Probably overfired a touch. These were just some test cups that I made. I wasn't, so it was, it's fine that it did that, but at least I know I may grind that off and use that myself as a cup around the shop. And then this is the second time. This was a test green that I had made, and so this was kind of the last bit of it that I had used on anything. It just didn't make it into the last firing, and the results were the same. I don't really like it, and so I threw that test into my junk bucket. But this is a good example. So this red was from my test bucket, and this red here is from my large bucket. So I made a small, like gallon of this red, and then when I recreated it into a large, I did about 8 gallons of it. So I still get really good results, so that's good. I'm glad my mix worked well. The green is is a little bit off-putting, but it's fine. Oh, what happened here? So looks like the green running through white gives it this, if it runs a bit, kind of goes brown, and that's just pretty nice looking. But chattering sure is nice on this bowl. But the green is a little weird. So red and green, I guess it's a Christmas color. Is there anything else down here that I wanted to show? Yeah, it's just a little cup. This is a blue. The blue also nice. Maybe I need to be careful with the blue on where I put it. My white sure is nice. This was a green, a green cup that when I threw it, it kind of got too thin on the sides and spiraled, but I liked it because it spiraled in a uniform way, and so I said, oh, that's nice. So I just stopped and did a quick trim on the bottom and said, I like that cup. Actually, other than the color being kind of ugly, the cup turned out great. Maybe I shouldn't have used it as a test. And then the blue, let's see, the blue also ran, but on this one it didn't touch the bottom. Boy, that sure is pretty. It's just another test cup, but boy, that's really kind of nice. Okay, well, with that, this was a test tile of my white. Okay, and this was a test tile of my slop bucket, and it's what I had thought, a darker green, but it's actually a nice fitted glaze. There's no crazing on it. There's no shivering. It broke along the lines, along the edges really well. Maybe with a couple other slop colors thrown in there, as I do some more tests, this actually might end up being a really great junk glaze. Alright, well, as you see, that's about it. This is an unglazed piece. I just thought I'd glaze the inside and leave it. So, thanks for hanging out. Bye.